Alright, so hi everybody. I just want to welcome everybody to another episode of Divine Discussions 1010 with me. And this is just where where my goal is to help everyone not only on their awakening journey, but raising their consciousness, raising their vibration, and really doing the work to self heal and just to reconnect with your soul again. Okay, so that's what this is for. I want to thank my 16 subscribers. It's constantly growing. I really appreciate it. And I do apologize. I've been really sick and I'm still kind of under the weather and just haven't had the energy the energy or I haven't been healthy where I really wanted to go live as much. And not only that, but it's more than just that, which is what this video is going to be about. So I'm going to get to where this is leading. But I've also just want y'all to know, like, I have been listening to Spirit, and they've been having me write down so much stuff. And every time I go to do the video, I've been having it where I'm like, oh, maybe, I'll do it tomorrow, not yet. And then I'm like, oh, crap, I should have done it earlier. Now it's not the right timing. And then today, epiphany hits this video, and now it all comes together. So now, like, 4 pages of notes is now one video. So I'm really excited. And today we're going to be talking about something that I feel like people talk about, but there's something that I don't think I've ever heard anyone say, and that's what we're going to lead to. So the title of this video is Dark Night of the Soul. And what do they not talk about? You have multiples of them. Okay? I had my first Dark Night of the Soul in 2012. And I wrote down my timeline. 2012, I had my first one. Okay? And you would think, one and done. No. I had another one 2015, 2017, and right now I'm in one 2020. So I've had 4 Dark Nights of the Soul. I'm actually exiting. I'm near the end of this particular journey of healing. And since I thought it was interesting that I've had 4 and I'm in one again, I thought it'd be nice to touch base and tell y'all the five main signs that you are going through a dark night of the soul, that you're doing your shadow work, that you are doing the healing, and that something amazing is about to happen. But before any good thing happens spiritually, there's normally a lesson, normally a darker phase, a transitional phase, a transformational stage, and there's more that goes to it. And another interesting thing I found about my journey, before I get to the signs, I'm getting there, I promise, just bear with me, is that I've been reflecting on my life, because during the dark night of the soul, you reflect. You reflect a lot. And I've realized I've been going through a time of what I call the hermit. I'll get back to this. This is my hermit card. Not as negative as people want to think it is. I'll get into that. But I realized I go through the same hermit phase, not the dark night. That's, like I said, it's more spread out every certain amount of years. Normally before retrograde, which we're 2 weeks before Mercury retrograde, so go figure. And it's normally near winter time that happens to me. But this phase is normally the same time of year every year. And I feel like I work very well with the energies and the seasons, and this card has a new meaning to me. So we're going to go over this as well. So back to why you're here. The dark soul of the night, which is not just one night. It's normally a couple months. Like, it lasts a while. It kind of sucks. So let's start with what it is. What is this that I'm getting to? What am I leading into? What's this build-up? It is a purge. An extreme purge. And I say extreme because basically it's an accelerated purge to help not only your DNA change, but to help with your vibration. It's a purge of all that holds you down, holds your soul from its true power, its essence, its purpose. It's all the old beliefs you're purging out. It's the old judgments of self, of others, of situations. It is false truths that you've either been told from childhood by your parents, friends, people you trusted. It's false lies and truths you've told yourself. It's negative thinking that you might have thought you've healed and wounds you think you've dealt with. But if anyone knows, when you're ascending and going through ascension and going through your spiritual awakening, it's a spiral. So you learn lessons and you think you're up here, but sometimes they come back and you learn them again and again and again. And it's always a similar situation, but you look at it and you learn one thing about it. Then you come back as a different perspective. And then when you're in a higher consciousness, it's a different perspective. So you're learning multiple lessons from the same situation from different points of view. And it's necessary. It's very necessary. This purge is necessary. It's going to happen. More and more people are awakening. And it can be great. And it does get great. And it is for a reason. But in the moment, it sucks. It sucks really bad. And it's gonna you just kind of gotta grit your teeth and get through it. So, like I said, Dark Night of the Soul is a purge of past beliefs, of negative thinking, negative mindsets, old judgments, things, your parents and labels that were put upon you that you have to strip, all these ego, all this, you just have to strip it. And people have a really hard time looking in the mirror. You don't like what you see. I say, if you don't like what you see, why? What triggers you about it? What upsets you about it? Change it. What you don't like, change. You don't like your job, change. You don't like where you live, move. Can you always do it that quickly? No. Can you do it in a second? No. But you look in the mirror and for example, I have always had body issues. Always. Always, always, always. Always wanted my hair to be thicker and longer and this and that. I always wanted to be skinnier. I never felt good enough. I never felt perfect. So when you look in that mirror, even though I see all this, I still try every day to look in the mirror and go, I'm a work in progress. I thank you. This is my vessel. The whole time that I'm here, this is my body, this is my vessel, this is what I was given. And when I die, the body stays and I leave. But right now, this is what's protecting my soul, my energy, and this is my vehicle. In this game, in this matrix, this is my vehicle. So when you look in the mirror, be like, you know what? We're a work in progress. I'll get to that weight. I'll get healthier. I'll work on it. But right now, I love myself because you're giving me the body to bear children if I want to. You're giving me the body for me to experience this life. You're giving me protection and a shield for my soul, my aura, and you're just, I just appreciate it more. I appreciate my hands that I create with. I appreciate having a voice. I appreciate my body because my body is like, you just have to love yourself. You have to love your body. You have to love it for how it is in every moment. Because right now, my weight gain, as much as I don't like it, is a reflection of the lack of self-love that I've had lately. And I need to work on that. And I know as I do, it will reflect what I want to reflect, because as within, as without. So, we have to get used to doing the mirror exercises. And it doesn't even have to be about your body weight. It can literally just be like, I need to be more confident. I want to be more happy. You just need to look within. Sometimes looking in a mirror helps people to really focus inside. If you can't make eye contact with yourself, there's a problem. So that's what it is. This is a process that removes things that are preventing your alignment with your core thoughts, your core beliefs, and your soul. It is an intense, very uncomfortable, harsh, blunt time that leads to extreme enlightenment. Sometimes it's triggered by retrograde. Sometimes it's the energy shifts. Right now we're going to 5D and a heart chakra, so a lot of people are waking up from the discomfort of that and everything accelerating in the energies. Sometimes it can be trauma. Sometimes it can be a near-life death experience. It's all personal to you. And so that's just what it is. It's a transformation, purge, and cleanse. Like I said, we have 2 weeks until Mercury retrograde to fix and work on all things that you want to change. And by doing that, it will help you get to a higher timeline. If you want a better outcome and a better timeline, now's the time to do the work. Now, if you're going through this, I'm going to tell you the 5 signs and kind of how to deal with it better. If you're watching this and you're not at this level yet, but some of this still is good information for you and you still felt drawn to hear something I'm saying, then you might need to look at my Back to Basics video and my shadow work video, because those 2 things will still help with this process as well as helping you through other transitions you might be going spiritually. So let's start with the first sign, main sign. There's 5 that most people experience. There's also more signs that will be different for the individual basis. The first sign you'll see in this accelerating healing process, because that's truly what it is, even though it sucks. But if you think about it, if you break your leg and it's healing, or if you've broken a bone, it sucks. Even after surgery, you still hurt, and you have to learn how to walk again, and they tell you how it feels like walking on toast because it's real brittle. You have to do something's broken, you take the time to heal it, to fix it, and you still have that recovery time. It's not a quick, overnight solution. But it's what you feel. The first sign is what you feel on the inside, you start experiencing in your life. If you're feeling, trying to think. Let's say you feel like you have nothing to offer. Okay, like let's say you're online and whether a YouTuber, a lot of people work from home now. Maybe you do Etsy, maybe you do doTERRA, maybe you do something online. You feel like you have nothing to offer, you're feeling down yourself, you think you can't do it. So then you start seeing clients that have been buying for you months and months quit buying for a couple months. And you're like, what? What happened? And all of a sudden you got like 500 views on a video and now you're getting 2. And you're thinking it's the algorithm, you're thinking it's all this stuff. But a lot of it is, you said you had nothing to offer. You're worried about what you're sharing. You were worried people were going to leave. So then you're seeing them leaving. You're seeing them not interested because you're not interested and you're worried about them. Like, you just see in your life what you're experiencing. For example, if you feel lack and you're you're like, God, I'm really worried about money, this and that. And then you get like a $35 paycheck and you're like, what? That's what I'm saying. You're going to start seeing whatever you feel inside, you're going to see it in your life. So if you're worried about money, you're going to see lack of money somehow, or more bills and not sure how you're going to pay for it and you're real scraping by. If you're worried about likes, follows, whatever, you're going to see it down in that. If you're worried about your weight, you're probably going to gain a little bit of weight. Like, it just, all your insecurities and all the things you're stressing about and all the things you're internally battling, you're going to start seeing the chaos you feel. You're going to start seeing it in your reality. And the only way to stop it from happening in your reality is to fix within, which is why I'm saying do the work. Do the shadow work. Do the healings. Do the reflections. Because until you address it, you're going to keep seeing it in your world. And if you want a better reality, you're going to have to fix internally first. The second thing you're going to notice, is a I'm sorry. Ugh. I hate when I do these and like my phone keeps getting notifications. My phone is dead silent all day, you guys. Like, no one messages me. Anytime I go to do a reading or a live or anytime I'm working, it's nonstop. Don't let the matrix get you to not do what you need to do. Like, push through. But so your second sign of the dark night is a relapse into old patterns, old habits, toxic behaviors. For example, I'm trying to think. I want to say it was 2018. I was eating super, super healthy, drinking lots of water. I was posting nonstop about my weight loss transformation. I was so excited about losing my 80 pounds. And I was at the best. I had my career thing situated. I was at my prime. I was doing great. And then I had a shadow, just like right now. I'm having a dark shadow now, but then too, it's just more dramatic in that time. Right now, it was a little more subtle. But I started eating a lot of junk food, a lot of stuff I shouldn't have been eating, and I started to not work out as much, and then kind of relapsed. Okay, and then I went back to trying to eat healthy. So you're gonna notice a relapse in old patterns. Even right now, I started eating bad again, and now I'm trying to get back to just water. And then I started eating more junk food. I never bought junk food. I'm trying to cut that out. I've been around more toxic people, and I'm really good about shielding myself and not letting those kind of people in. But they're coming in, and it's nonstop, and it's family, and you can't really remove family, and I'm just going insane. And I reflected on that part of it, and I realized two things. The issues I have with these two particular people was some of the bad behaviors I went back to because of being around them. And that's for me to fix. It's not their fault. It's not their problem. They don't dictate what I do. So what are these two traits besides the bad eating? Because I was around bad eating and I didn't have the personal control to stop. Or I wasn't forcing myself to stop. I started gossiping. I hate gossiping. I hate talking about other people. I hate judging people. It's not my place. It's not my right. I can only judge myself. And I didn't like that they were doing it. And then somehow, it's like school. You love Sarah, and this girl won't stop talking about Sarah, and you want to go off on her. But then you go to Sarah, and the whole time you were so mad she was talking shit about Sarah. What do? You go to Sarah and talk shit about the girl who's talking shit about her. But in your head, oh, I'm looking out for you. I'm letting you know what was going on. I stood up for you, girl. I had your back. But you're still shit talking. So you are no better than the girl talking about Sarah. Same thing. And I'm now 27, sitting here going, whoa. I don't want to be a shit talker. I'm not a shit talker. Why am I feeding into this energy? Stop. I relapsed. I relapsed into a gossipy person that I don't like. And so now every time someone's talking about someone, I literally just sit there and I go, I'm good. I don't want to hear it. I'm good. Not my business. Let her live her life. And they can talk and talk and talk. I don't engage. I do not engage in it. I don't try to prove my point. I don't throw my thoughts on them. I just let them do them, and I separate myself. Because I'm not feeding into that energy. I don't want to be around that energy. And I don't want to be that person to another Sarah or to another person. A lot of people in schools are bullying and stuff, and if you do the shadow work and you think about it, everything's a reflection. So maybe in 4th grade, you were bullied to someone not knowing, and then in 5th grade, you were bullied because you had to learn what it was like so that you could grow from it, and they needed to grow from it. Everyone with past lives and everything, there's karma. And basically what karma is let's say this time around, your mom's the narcissist and you're the person taking it, and then in the next life you're the narcissist and your mom's the one that's taking it. Because you have to learn both sides and both points of view before you can learn the lesson completely and to grow from it. But in this relapse, the reason I'm mentioning karma and that is because that instead of letting this drag me down, I'm now in that healing part of, I'm at the end of it, where I'm now looking at all the stuff I've been doing these last 3 months. Okay? You're not going to do this instantly, because you have to acknowledge it and realize it's happening before you can heal it. But I'm letting you know now that I'm towards the end. I'm looking at all the stuff I was doing the last couple months. The gossiping, the overeating, the not working out, the toxic mindset of lack. Oh my god, I don't have enough hours. Oh my god, I don't have enough money. How am I going to pay this bill? What about this? And you know that all that in my head, you know what was happening in my reality because of the first sign of the inside and out? Less hours at work. therefore less money, therefore bills were still there and I wasn't able to balance it out. Thank God that I have my partner and like we're figuring it out and I'm trying to do this stuff on the side to hustle for the money. But this is extra hustling I shouldn't have to do, taking time away from my business and everything else because I'm trying to fix what I created in my reality. Also, in the relapse, you're gonna have a lot of lack of ambition, which I've been feeling. Well, I've been really sick, but that also is like my excuse now, right? Like, oh, I'm sick, so I don't feel like working today, and I don't feel like doing this today, and I don't feel like cleaning the house today. You still need to have ambition and still have goals and still be motivated enough to do your everyday task and still to do stuff. But you are gonna get depressed and it is gonna suck. You're gonna have feelings of whatever. Oh, well, not only that, like, I'm sorry guys, like, I wrote so much stuff. I'm just trying to read my notes. The worst part about the second step of your dark night is because of all the relapsing. What does that also mean? When you're already depressed, you're already low, you're already hating everything that's happening. And even if you're like me and realize what's happening and why, you're gonna do what I did. Because we're human. We're spiritual infinite beings having a human experience, and right now you're gonna have those human emotions. God, I really shouldn't have ate that. So do I eat more or do I like starve myself now? Like, you're gonna have that guilt and shame. And you're gonna feel worse, like, God, I shouldn't have slept all day. Even if your body needed it. Because normally when you're good, you're like, oh, that nap, that was really nice. I really needed it. I was really loving and treating my body right? That guilt isn't there. But now you're so low because first, everything, all your chaos in your head and in your heart is now in your environment. Then you're relapsing into old behaviors. And this is all stuff, oh, I'm a spiritual person now. I'm great. I'm this, I'm that. And now you just see it all crumbling. All the foundation you built, everything you were working on is now nothing. In your head, that's what you're thinking. You're dramatic. It's a very dramatic time where you're just like, God, what's my purpose now? Like, why am I even here? Like, you just feel worthless. You just feel like shit. And you're gonna feel even worse because you have the relapse. You're now feeling guilty about the relapse. You're now feeling angry about the relapse. You're now feeling shame and depression because of the relapse when you were already having it. And then you're gonna have number 3. You're gonna feel stuck in your situation. You're gonna feel hopeless. Just completely hopeless. And you're gonna feel uncertain in career, housing, love life, feeling trapped. But this is all a good thing. Crazy, right? This is all good for you. This is all beneficial. And you're gonna be like, what? That's all awful and horrible and I don't want it. But you do want this to happen. And I'm gonna tell you why. And I'm gonna tell you why it's good. But you have to get through the mud and the dirt and the grime and the bull crap, just like a lotus flower. And the great thing about the lotus flower is what? Is born in this cold, dark, wet, awful place, and then it blossoms into a beautiful flower. I like to think about this time as a rise in the phoenix, and I've had a lot of these moments. I've had a lot of them. Because first the phoenix thinks it's all this, it's this beautiful symbol, right? The phoenix is beautiful, it's fire, it's power, it's all this, and then it crumbles into ashes and turns to nothing. And it cries and it mourns and it dies. But then it is reborn from all the ashes, all the pain, all the suffering, all the heartache, all the stuff it strapped away. It's reborn into something new with more. It's just born anew. From its ashes it grows into even better versions of itself. It's a phoenix again. It's back in its power. And now not only is it back in its power, but now it claims its power, it knows its power, it owns it, and now it can go and do something. Because first it was just a phoenix, in this analogy, it was a phoenix, and it was a phoenix, but once it was reborn, it's a whole new understanding of self, a whole new understanding of what it's been through, how it came again, And it's just a whole nother level of growth and understanding and reflection. And I think that's why the Phoenix will always be my favorite symbol. It's helped me through my bipolar. It's helped me through my depression. It's helped me in my dark nights. It's helped me through so many spiritual lessons, because the Phoenix always rises from the ashes, and so will you. You are going to feel stuck, though, and hopeless, and you are going to be uncertain. I've had this 2 months ago. That's how I know, like, I've already done step 1, 2, and 3, and here's how I know I did number 3, you guys. If you haven't noticed, I've gained a little bit of weight. That was my number 2. I was doing the binge eating, and I'm sick of the binge eating. I've done it. I've had my eating issues. I thought I was past it. Anytime things get uncomfortable and you don't like something, you revert back to old ways. It's human. It's human nature. But I'm going to rise back from that like a phoenix, and I'm going to heal those wounds. But as for number 3, I was working somewhere, and then I tried to find a place closer to home. I've been, like I said, worrying about hours, and I'm making less where I'm at now, but it's closer to home, so I'm saving on gas, but I made more of the other job and just comparing the two. And then I'm trying to build my business from home. And I've just been going through a lot of career issues. Well, I guess not issues. See, mindset. They're not issues. I've just been reevaluating and trying, like I said, if I don't like something, I change it. And I'm still trying to find out all the changes I'm making and how it's going to work out. But that's part of my uncertainty. Like, do I go for this or this or this? I've been looking at online businesses. Which one do I want to back up? Which one aligns with my sole purpose and me? Which one can I fully 100% back up and be proud that I'm like, yes, my name is on this? Housing, we moved into a new house. I've told y'all that. Well, now we're in this new house, but guess what? Well, I guess it's the landowner, right? I'm sorry. I'm not used to, like, renting a house. I was really hoping to own. But we're renting, and my landowner, or whatever you want to call him, like, every day, you guys, he comes over. I've never had this ever happen. I've lived in apartments and rented, and they always give you notice before they stop by. They don't just stop by every freaking day. And, they have courtesy to tell you when they're coming. You kind of know how an apartment works. You know they sometimes jack up the price. But this man, we put everything in writing, and then he's like, all these rules, and he comes in and goes, why is your thermostat at 70, And I got triggered because I'm anemic, and like that. We paid the bill. The bill's in our name. We paid for it. But he's mad about how hot the house is, and he goes, well, this is my house, but we're renting it, and we live in it. But it's his house, his way. We're only allowed to paint what he wants. We're only allowed to do the floors what he wants. And we're working on this house. And as we work on it, the rent kind of goes down. So the point is, we're putting all this time in of our money and working on the house. We're paying him rent. We're paying our bills. But every day he comes over and has something new to say that we need to fix or do, or he doesn't like. A lot of miscommunication, and it's just aggravating. And we're all trying to save up and move into a different house because we're sick of dealing with this landlord. We're ready to freaking move. Like, we can't deal with this shit no more. So, that's my example of my career is uncertain. My housing is annoying. Me and my partner are healing a lot. I literally cried and sobbed the other day. Not because he did anything. Because I am going through this depression, and I'm going through my relapses, and I'm going through this dark soul of the night, and I'm going through all this healing and purging. And part of my purging was insecurities. So I had to, and I just couldn't deal with it anymore. And I looked at him crying, like so ugly crying, saying, please don't leave me. Because in my head, he's going to leave after 9 years. Like, God forbid. And I hate showing insecurity. I hate it. I hate being insecure. I hate showing weakness. I hate being vulnerable. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I hate saying it right now. But I feel compelled to. And I do as Spirit tells me. So. But I had to first be true to myself. Why am I feeling insecure? What am I worried about? And it had nothing to do with him. It was, I'm eating like this, and my career isn't where I want it yet, and I'm 27, and life crisis, and I'm he could be with a skinnier girl, even though he's fine with how I look. He thinks I'm beautiful. And I'm like, because I'm not happy with myself or happy in the moment, or I wasn't happy in my body in that moment, I just unleashed all my worries and fears, and I just like spilt it all on the table in front of him. I'm like, help me. And he just looked at me and he's like, I love you, it's fine, we'll get through this. He goes, we'll go to the gym together, we'll diet together. He goes, I'll help you with your videos. He goes, I'll be there every step of the way and help you, even though you don't need it. And he just made me feel so much better. And he looked at me, he goes, you're just going through a phase again. It will get better. You're gonna work from home soon. Like, everything's gonna work out. Give it to God. Like, just stop stressing it out. He goes, you talk to angels every day. Give it to the angels. Like, help them help you. And, you know, and that's what it is. Number 3, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna feel so hopeless and depressed. And what happens when you're hopeless and depressed? You look to God, or a belief system, or you look to source energy, or you look to your spirit guides and angels, and you look outside of yourself for help and guidance. And they will answer you. You'll see angel numbers. For example, I got prompted. I was like, I've already went through the dark thing of the night, and I'm like, you know, I don't need to look at that. I kept seeing the video. And then I kept trying to look at a angel language healing video, and every time I clicked on it, another video was playing. I'm like, that's not the video I'm trying to get. And after the 10th time, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to watch this and see what it is. And it was the heart chakra, and like, it was a healing thing. It was still beautiful and a great video. Just not the one I wanted to watch. And angels do that. They give you the signs and they still help you. But you need to, instead of looking always outside of yourself, even though they are good for helping, I feel like Georgia just petted me. You need to help yourself and be self-reliant. And you need to work on looking within and not always outside of yourself to heal. And that's why I tell you to do the shadow work. That's why I tell you to journal. That's why I tell you to go within and heal within to fix the chaotic outside. And I don't say it from a pedestal. I'm right there with you. I'm going through my 4th dark shadow of the night. My 4th one. That's why I can look at it while I'm in the bubble of chaos and look at it on the outside and go, oh, it's happening again. Why did I notice it the 1st, 2nd, 3rd step? No, I didn't notice I was going through it until the 4th, 5th step. But I'm in it. But now that I know I'm in it, I can fix it. I can look at my angels, look at myself, do the work, and make this an easier process instead of what some people do, which is why I'm making this video. Let's say you've never had your first one. Let's say you didn't know what it was. You didn't know you were purging. You didn't know what this clinical depression felt like, which is number 4. You're going to feel clinically depressed, anxiety, joyless, unsafe, unhappy, and you're going through an ego death, and you're going to feel completely baffled. You're going to feel a lot of obstacles, and this is all good. Why? Because this is all a catalyst. This is all the stuff that's going to push you in a corner, and you're going to have no choice but to fight your way out. It's a catalyst for you to be forced to grow and to change timelines and to fix it. Because like I said, if you hate something enough, you're going to change it and fix it. Because if you don't want it, you have to. You have to. You have no choice. You don't like your hair? Dye it. Cut it. You don't like where you live? Get a good job. Save up your money and move to the state where you feel happy. But no one wants to be in pure misery. No one wants to be depressed and hopeless and feel miserable. No one wants to overeat until they gain 40 pounds and they just spend a year losing. No one wants that. And these are just examples. Your dark night of the soul could be completely different. Do you know that this December, I've known 10 people who had suicide this year? 10 people who died from suicide. And they weren't necessarily people I knew personally. My partner got a phone call that 2 of his friends died from suicide from bullying within 3 days of each other. Then his mom that same day had 4 people she knew died. Then the same day my roommate's person knew people who died. So I was helping the people who knew the suicide, knew the deaths. I was helping them all with their grieving. I was watching the kids and babysitting while she went to 4 different funerals. I was helping my partner who blamed himself for them not reaching out to him and him not being there, living in the state. He could do nothing. I had to help him with his mourning. I had to help the mom. They were all mourning, and I was taking on all the responsibilities of trying to help them and clean the house and take the kids and trying to keep normalcy. I think I knew 2 out of like the 12, but it was just such a massive number. Because like I said, the energies are so high right now that everybody is starting to wake up slowly, and the souls who don't want to be here for the transformation, who cannot handle this growth, who cannot handle the transformation, who can't handle the dark night of the soul, are leaving. They're leaving early. They're like, dude, out of the soul contract, I'm out. Tap me out. They're leaving by getting hit by a car, suicide, murder, whatever is in their soul contract when they leave, and some of them are wanting to leave now. And it's awful. And I never condone suicide. I don't condone any of it. But I do understand from a spiritual point of view, you have a soul contract. When you are born, you have a time that your soul knows. They know when you're going to be born, you know when you're going to die. Everyone has that time. They know when they're going to be born, and they know they're going to die. And in the soul contract, which can always change, you have free will, your soul contract's on your hands of all the stuff you could be doing and all the stuff that you are doing, and it, changes. But you have a soul contract when you come in. And some of them finish their soul contract, some of them don't want to finish it, and they leave on their own merit, and their soul knows how it's going to leave before, because sometimes, which is awful, I didn't want to get into this, but sometimes when someone does pass and it's awful and you have to mourn and you have to heal and it's traumatic, I have to come from an understanding, which some people aren't ready to accept. That's fine. You have your beliefs, I have mine. I believe in soul contracts, reincarnation, things like that, and karma. I understand that if let's say in one life you were a murderer, in one life you were murdered, so you had both perspectives. In one life, maybe you did the suicide, but in another life you're the mother of a child who did suicide. So you witnessed the pain that you had to have the karma. Let's say you killed yourself in this life you're going to have the karma of learning what you left behind, what trouble, what you put your family and friends through. You're gonna when you die, I can't even talk. I'm sorry, guys, I'm stuttering. When you die, you have a life review. That's why every day I try to be better. I try to not be catty. I try to be happy. I try to make it because in the life review, you feel everything. Everything you've ever made anyone feel. You relive everything you've ever done. And I don't want to feel a lot of pain and sorrow, and I'm feeling so many energies right now because I am in the dark night. Because with number 4, this is what I'm talking about it. You're going to have depression and anxiety, and you're going to be raw. You're going to be vulnerable. You're going to want to cry all the time, and you're going to just be low. And you are. And it's part of the process. And I didn't want to talk about suicide and heavy stuff, but that's what I've been dealing with. In my dark of the night, I had to watch everyone lose people. I was worried about losing people. I lost myself, and I've had a lot of ego deaths, a lot of spiritual deaths, a lot of real deaths, and I've had a lot of cleansing and purging. And I've lost some friendships, I've gained some friendships, and it's just, like I said, I've had 4 dark nights of the soul. Out of the 4, this is the only time I've had this much suicide and deaths happen right at Christmas. So it's not always this extreme. This is the first out of all 4, because they're all different, that I've been this vulnerable or vocal about it. This is the first time I've shared my story. This is the first time I've opened up to anything, because I was open to a point but I was more closed off and protective. And now I'm coming from a very different point because I'm at stage 5. And I'm going to tell you what stage 5 is. That makes all of this worth it. Because there's light at the end of the tunnel. And this is what number 5 is. Powerful attraction to spiritual enlightenment. This is the part where you start awakening. This is the part where you feel Source's energy, you feel Source's love, the transformation. I wrote down, this is when you get your mission back, your purpose, you find passion again, you find the light, you integrate all the past traumas, you heal all your trauma and all the pain and sadness. You integrate it, you transmute it, and you grow from it. During my process, like I said, I was not alone during this. If you're awake or you've watched these videos, you will learn. Even in the dark night of the soul, you will see angel numbers, which are there to help you and guide you and hold your hand through the process. You will see opportunities. Whether you take them or not is up to you, but they will try to help usher in positive energies while you're going through all this healing. You will do the mirror and start seeing things mirror what you're dealing with. You will see change. Some of the positives, which I think why I didn't realize I was going through it again, was because I was still getting clients, I was still doing my readings, I was still helping and pouring myself into people. I was still, I got new abilities, which y'all are gonna see. My galactic family's been reaching out to me. Like, all this stuff, I'm going through this horrible time, but all Spirit has me do is writing pages and pages and pages of stuff that they want me to tell you guys, that they want me to pour into you, that they want me to share with you. And I'm gonna do it. I did have to take that time, which I think you now understand why I've been a little gone, to cry, to mourn the old me, to try to find out where I'm going, the new me, getting rid of these bad habits, dealing with these past losses. And I've been going in the time of the Hermit. And this is why this is a beautiful card. Because this card, it helps you take the time to deal with your self-doubt, your past. I was having vivid dreams, thoughts, new enlightenment, new strengths, new abilities, like I told you guys. My galactic family wants to come and speak through me and give y'all more messages. So some videos coming up is gonna be a little weird because it's gonna be a little bit more third person-y. When I let them come speak through me, I let them come speak through me. So it will be my body, but they will be speaking. My galactic higher self will be coming to introduce herself to you guys. I want y'all to please respect it. It's for you guys. She has a lot to tell you. When it's like my grandma and Archangel Michael and stuff, I kind of just say it myself, whatever they tell me. But my higher self I want to say she's in 12D or higher, really wants to come through and talk to you guys. So I'm going to let her do that. I've never done it before. I've never been that vulnerable. I'm not sure if she's going to say her name because she doesn't want anyone knowing her name at this time unless you're in this whole family. But I've been using her in private readings to help heal people, doing the angel language, music healing. And I think she's going to be really fun and great and help everything. While I'm going through all this, she kind of wants to step in and help me. So I want to heal myself and take the time to get where I want to be, but I don't want to neglect y'all. I don't want to not pour into you. I don't want to not help you on your awakening. I have all these people messaging me about crystals and healings and how to pray on their food and how to connect to their guides. And I'm even making a chat group on Facebook. It's going to be a private messenger chat. I'm not sure how many people I'm going to have in it yet. It's going to be me and another person she's a great medium. She does a lot of crystals. But basically, it's a support group for light workers, galactic workers, and we're going to have new students in it. It's for students people who want to learn their abilities, who want to grow with us, ask us questions. And we're all going to be working together. We're going to have exercises, things to do at the end of the week, and we're going to keep just pouring into that. So she's, like I said, my higher self is coming down to help me embody and create all of that. I'm going to be starting a holistic health business from home. I have a lot going on, but as you saw right now, I'm kind of feeling the lighter energies, but reflecting on all that I've been going through. I literally almost like sobbed like a baby on here. So I'm very raw right now and just appreciate y'all's understanding. Like I said, this card is about going with the seasons and living with, working with the seasons. For example, I always get this way around freaking winter. Because you think about it, summer you're creating, you're planting those seeds. Well, I guess spring. Spring you're planting the seeds, you're waiting for them to grow. Summer, you're blossoming, you're doing all this. Winter is a time where you really do go into a hermit, and fall. Like, you just kind of, you do the spring cleaning, you clean out, but you reflect more, you're with family more, you're dealing with different emotions. And I don't know if it's the cold or how gloomy and rainy it gets, but those are always the months where I go through my harder times versus summer and spring. It just is how it is with me. But I wanted to tell you about stuff like that because I'm really excited about that coming. If you follow me on Facebook, I'm going to be doing a 30-day challenge where I'm going to do readings every single day. I'm going to do a video every day for 30 days. It's going to be a little bit of spirit, a little bit of other stuff. And things that I want to work on because now that I'm coming out of the dark night, do you see my passions are starting to come back. My ambitions are starting to come back. I'm starting to want to get back on track with to-do list. Things I want to work on. Meditation, my business, connecting with myself, being light for the others in the dark, hence this video, be more childlike. I've been dancing a lot more. When I was little, I really wanted to be a dance instructor, and that just never panned out. But I've been dancing more just for fun and to lose weight, and I just been dancing and singing and playing with the kids. Not my kids, but like nieces, nephews. And I think that's why this card is great, because it's the ultimate healing card, in my opinion. So what this card means, you guys, this is the Hermit that I keep talking about in this video, is it's about taking purposeful time off, standing alone, looking within. This card is a sign that you need to take some downtime for yourself, regroup, for vision questing, reflection, intuition, meditation, self-development. It's a time to work on your magic. Even if you're a member of a coven, to do your solo magic at this time. Trust in yourself, your gut hunches. Take some personal time to see where this leads you. Let your magic light the way. And no matter what challenges you face, if it's the dark night, if it's dark night of the soul, whether it's business, home, career, finances, you will get past all the obstacles. Okay? It's a time for reflection, meditation, spending time in nature, and gaining enlightenment. And I think it's very funny that I had the Hermit card. I pulled this card 2 months before my Dark Night of the Soul. The Dark Night of the Soul can last a couple months, a year. It really depends on y'all. The reason I feel mine is going a lot faster than normal is 1, the 5D energies. 2, it's my 4th time going through one. So I kind of, like I said, knew what to expect and how to deal with it. I feel like I honor it. I've been sick. Part of my body trying to cleanse itself and purge itself and forcing me to rest. But because of that, I've had the time where I've laid in bed guilt-free. I've been drinking the water and I've been trying to be healthier because I am sick. But that's all helping my DNA change. That's helping my transformation. That's helping me. I've been having, I was trying to go to bed at, I don't know. I guess it was, 12 o'clock at night. But I couldn't sleep because I had all these ideas. I had no choice. I had to go downstairs, write down all my ideas for videos and stuff, and then go to sleep. Because Spirit was so loud. And even if you're in the darkest part of this, The reason I'm saying that is because they aren't gone. You can still, while going through the dark night of the soul, while depressed, while going through your worst times, you can still lean on your spirit guides and the angels, and you can still get guidance, help, and they will tell you what you need to do to make the process easier and to help you move through it, kind of with like training wheels. Okay? So you still have to ride the bike, you still have to, kind of learn how to ride before you can take the training wheels off at the end of it, but you still have to pedal, right? Like, the training wheels don't do everything. They're just there to hold you up while you pedal. So you still have to push through. And that's what this is. I pushed through. I had a little bit of help with the training wheels. The training wheels are off now. And I'm going back into the higher version that I wanted to be. But now it's even higher, you guys. Like, I thought that was the best version. Sorry. When I was 135 pounds, vegan, really healthy, all this stuff, great relationship, great job, insurance, all this, I thought that was the best version of me. I'm about to be better. And why am I saying that? It's not a cocky thing. I don't want to keep looking at myself like, oh, well, that's the best I'm ever going to be. I already, gained all this weight back. I did all this stuff. I'm not going to down myself because I'm not that version of me anymore. Instead, it's better to look at it and be like, I did it once, I can do it again and better. I'm the Phoenix now. I'm going to come back. And guess what? I'm going to get back to a better weight. I'm still vegan. I'm still going to eat healthy. I've just been eating vegan junk food because Oreos are vegan, you guys. And I'm going to be better. But what's the difference? I'm starting a new business I didn't do then. Okay? I'm in a new state. I'm still with the same person, but our relationship's a lot deeper, healthier, better. It's almost like a whole new relationship with the same person. I have more knowledge now than I did then. My abilities are different, so I have a lot more going for me in that area. And now I have my spirit guide who's going to come down and not only help, but she's my higher self. And when she's here, my vibration's instantly way more angelic, and I'm not going to tell I want her to introduce herself, but she's part fairy, part galactic. Like, I'm still trying to comprehend in this realm how to describe her. Y'all will see. Depending on how spiritually awake you are, you'll see the difference. You might see her wings. But it's very exciting. The more you learn about yourself, the more your abilities grow, the more you enhance. I'm hoping that if you're going through the dark night, this resonate with you. If you're past it, through it, maybe this is your third one too. I'm just hoping y'all got something from this. I really was trying to keep it organized, but kind of got scattered to a point. Y'all know that's how I think. I'm sorry. I told y'all it's chaotic in here. But I'm excited. And if you're spiritual, my point with that was y'all can truly appreciate the knowledge that's about to come. You can hear I'm excited about the new things coming. And even though I'm not the old me, I'm going to be a better new me. And I'm very excited because all timelines, time is very linear. Like, they're all happening at the same time. And they're all me. Like, she's me, I'm me, my past me is still me. Like, they're all myself. So I don't want to look at them any negatively. I don't want to be jealous of how it used to be. I just am coming into a deeper acceptance and love for myself of where I've been, where I'm going. And I took down a lot of some of my old pictures because I don't want to keep comparing myself to who I was, because that was a part of my life, that was a phase, and I respect it and I love it. I know what I grew from it, but I have other things to learn, other things to grow from, and right now I'm just trying to love myself as I am. And if I keep comparing myself to that, I'm gonna go back to number 3 and 4 of here, of depression and feeling like I failed or like I let myself down, and that's not where I want to be. And I think that's why it came back again for me to learn, because self-love and reflection is something I've always had to deal with, and I'm still dealing with, and I'm still integrating into myself, and I'm still loving myself. And the reason I think I preach it so much to you guys is because I don't want anyone to feel that way. I understand it's human, and we're going to, and I'm hoping it gets better. I appreciate you guys. Please, if you find this helpful and like it, please like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know if you're excited to meet my higher self. I do want to give you one more warning about her, because she is technically a little fairy-like. She acts very childlike sometimes. But I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be good. She has good information. I'm really excited. Definitely please be kind below, because this is definitely a more vulnerable video that I've been. But if that's what y'all like, also tell me that. Like, maybe you like me being this raw and vulnerable, and we can do more honest videos together. I try to always keep it honest, but I can go deeper apparently. Love and light to all of you guys. I love you. If y'all want to be added to that small chat group I'm telling you about, where we discuss abilities, exercises, different things to try, and help each other, and even, like, for example, this video, like what I'm telling you guys, we're helping them in the chat with. So if you want to be a part of that, please add me on Facebook, message me, I'll tell you how to add me, find me, whatever. We'll get you in that group. I am creating that very soon. Like right now, it's a couple small chat groups. I'm trying to put them all into one. That's why I'm saying that, because my partner is actually in the hospital right now, and I just had a minor surgery on my back. Like very minor, like a biopsy, like it wasn't a big deal, but I had to go have that done. So everyone's just kind of dealing with stuff right now. So that will be, I'm going to say, in the next 3 days. In the next 3 days, I've already private messaged everybody, hey, do you want to be in this group? I'm already doing it in 4 groups. I'm already teaching them. I'm trying to get all into one. I'm inviting only the people I think will really benefit from it, or who would respect it or take it seriously, and they're all going to be added to this group. And if you want to be added, just let me know. I'm very excited. I'm still going to be doing the YouTube stuff, but that's just a more personal way to contact me and to be in constant communication as much as y'all need or want. And if you don't feel comfortable commenting on here, or don't feel comfortable being public, it's a more personal, private way to communicate with me without phone numbers and all that jazz. I'm very excited about it, and I'm excited for future videos. So I love you guys, like I said. Subscribe, like, share me out. Y'all have a blessed day, and don't forget, the light's at the end of the tunnel, and you will get there. Bye, guys.